Hi, I'm Kylie, and welcome to World Trip, the Americas. In this video, you'll learn some of the amazing facts about the countries within North, South, and even Central America. Ready to travel with me? The world is our beautiful planet Earth. When we talk about the world, we are talking about the people, the plants, and animals that live here. Because it is so big, the world has been divided into 7 geographic regions called continents, making it easier to talk about the countries within them. The 7 continents are North America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia, and Antarctica. In this video, we'll focus on North and South America, but also touch on Central America, which is not actually a separate continent, but an area of the southern part of North America that connects to South America. Be sure to watch our other videos to learn about the other 6 continents. North America, considered a subcontinent of the Americas, is the 3rd largest continent in the world, yet it has fewer people living in it than Europe. It is the only continent that has every type of climate within it, from cold, wet winters to humid subtropical summers and everything in between. North America is believed to have been named after the explorer Amerigo Vespucci, who realized that the West Indies and Brazil were not actually connected to Asia like Christopher Columbus originally thought. North America is surrounded by the Arctic Ocean to the north, the Atlantic Ocean to the east, the Pacific Ocean on the west and south, and the Gulf of Mexico from the southeast. This continent is entirely found in the northern hemisphere and almost entirely in the western hemisphere. North America is home to the beaver, the brown bear, moose, wolf, caribou, and the hummingbird, among other species of animals. The most common languages spoken in North America are English, Spanish, and French. There are 23 countries in North America. Some of the main countries that comprise North America are Canada, which is the largest country in North America, but has less people living in it than the United States of America, which is the 2nd largest country in North America with the most amount of people living in it. Then there is Mexico, which has the largest city by population in North America. Mexico City is actually sinking 10 inches each year because much of the water the people of that city use is taken from the natural water supply below the city. Did you know that the Caribbean countries are part of North America as well? These countries are Antigua and Barbuda, Bahamas, Barbados, Cuba, the country with the highest population in the Caribbean, Dominica, the Dominican Republic, which is the most popular tourist attraction in the Caribbean, Grenada, Haiti, Jamaica, St. Kitts and Nevis, which is the smallest country in North America, consisting of 2 small islands in the Caribbean, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and Grenadines, and Trinidad and Tobago. The rest of the countries in North America are also considered to be part of Central America. Central America is the southern zone here, where North and South America are connected. It looks like this area is in the center of these 2 continents, right? That's why it's labeled Central America. The countries found in Central America are Belize, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Panama. That makes a total of 23 countries in North America. Wow! Some countries in the Caribbean are part of North America, but are actually owned by other countries. Maybe you've heard and visited some of these places before. Aruba, which belongs to the Netherlands, Bermuda, which belongs to the UK, and Guadeloupe, which belongs to France. When a country is owned by another country, that is not part of the mainland. They are called dependent territories. Let's move on to the continent of South America, the the other subcontinent of the Americas. South America is the fourth largest continent in the world. It is surrounded by the Pacific Ocean to the west, the Atlantic Ocean to the east, and the Caribbean Sea to the northwest. Can you guess which hemisphere this continent is in? South America is mostly in the southern hemisphere, but also entirely in the western hemisphere. Winters and summers in most countries of South America are warmer than in North America, with lots of rainfall throughout the year. Also, the equator runs through 3 countries in South America: Ecuador, Colombia, and Brazil. The equator is an imaginary line around the Earth, dividing the Earth into the northern and the southern hemisphere. Near the equator, the temperature is hotter and more humid than on any other parts of the Earth, making it feel like summer all year round. The anaconda, piranha, llama, and jaguar, among other species of animals, can be found in South America. You can find one of the longest rivers in the world, the Amazon River. Spanish and Portuguese are the most common languages spoken in South America. There are 12 independent countries that make up South America. They are Argentina, the country with the highest mountain in the Americas, the Aconcagua. This mountain is in the Andes, a huge mountain range in South America. The next countries are Bolivia, Brazil, which is the largest country by area, but also the country with the highest population. Chile, Colombia, Ecuador, where you can find Mount Chimborazo, the highest mountain in the world that is close to the equator. Ecuador gets its name from the equator, that imaginary line across the world I mentioned earlier. Ecuador is actually called República de Ecuador, which translates to the Republic of the Equator. That makes sense, doesn't it? The equator crosses right through Ecuador. Cool! Then we have Guyana, Paraguay, and Peru, home of the famous tourist attraction Machu Picchu, which is the mysterious city of the Incas, or the native peoples of the area. Also found in South America is Suriname, which is the smallest country in South America. Uruguay and Venezuela, where the world's highest waterfall is, Angel Falls, is found. It is also called the country with the biggest oil reserves in the world. Venezuela has 10 times more oil in the ground than the United States of America. There are 3 islands that are dependent territories, or part of South America, but owned by other countries. The Falkland Islands, owned by the UK, French Guiana, owned by France, and South Georgia and South Sandwich, yes, Sandwich, Islands, also belonging to the UK. You now know so much about the continents of North and South America. Which country would you like to visit? In the meantime, you can practice what you learned about in our fun online games and quizzes. And remember to always be clever. Hey, hey.